The Edge at 11 starts now.
It was 1989. Lawrence Delile drove the family station wagon into the Detroit River. He survived. All 4 of his children were killed.
He has maintained his innocence, saying it was an accident due to a leg cramp. Well, tomorrow, Delile is before the parole board. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack has a closer look at this case.
This is a case that so many will never forget, even decades later. And if it's the first time you're hearing the name Lawrence Delile, his story goes like this.
I didn't think so many people can care about nobody.
Before he was charged, Lawrence Delile was a victim in the public eye. This is him and his wife, Suzanne, weeks after he drove her and his 4 kids into the Detroit River in 1989 in Wyandotte. Their 4 children died, ranging from 8 months to 8 years old. The now 63-year-old claimed to cameras back then it was a leg cramp causing him to go in the water.
There's no answer. You know, to have 4 beautiful babies, 1 minute, you know, next minute they're gone. You think about that all the time. You put the straitjacket on.
His wife, Suzanne, corroborated the leg cramp story. Physical evidence at the scene alarmed investigators, and then there was a confession.
The entire Delile family was getting a lot of public sympathy. Tonight, the public attitude toward Lawrence Delile has changed dramatically.
He was charged and convicted of first-degree murder in the deaths of his children.
Delile has confessed to police, but his uncle still believes he's innocent.
He looked me right straight in the eye and he said this was an accident. I loved my wife, I loved my babies, this was an accident.
He appealed his mandatory life sentence in 1993 and lost. His attorneys argued it was a coerced confession, and because of the national media attention, he wasn't given a fair trial. Thursday, he will try again, granted a clemency hearing where witnesses testify in front of the Michigan Parole Board for or against Delile's plea. Then it goes to Governor Whitmer for consideration to possibly make Delile a free man. Since 1969, 379 prisoners have had commuted sentences here in Michigan. Delile's chance Thursday at 1 o'clock. Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
This is among the worst set of facts that I've seen.
Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy has seen a lot. Today, she announced charges against this man, 52-year-old Michael Holcomb of Ecorse. He's accused of beating and raping elderly sisters in their Dearborn home in what investigators are calling a random attack. The victims are 78 and 85 years old. One of them is immobile. The other was able to escape and run naked to a neighbor's house for help. Holcomb was tracked down at a Melvindale motel. We're told he's also considered a suspect in the rape of a teenager in Allen Park just hours before this horrific crime. And Lions player Cam Sutton has a warrant out for his arrest.
He's wanted for domestic violence in Florida. Sutton is accused of strangling a woman in the Tampa area on March 7th. We're told the two had some kind of an argument before the alleged assault happened. The victim was left with head, neck, and shoulder injuries. Sutton had left before deputies actually got there, and they've been trying to track him down ever since.
He could be in Florida, he could be, up in Michigan. We're just asking for anyone who has any information about where he might be to call the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Cameron Sutton needs to turn himself in, and we need to get to the bottom of everything that transpired on the 7th.
Sutton played every game for the Detroit Lions last season. In a statement, the Lions say they are aware of the situation and will continue to monitor the case.
Even if it is dancing with a girl, I mean, what do you say and do for a reason for you to pull a gun out over a dance?
Was it a case of jealous rage? A 53-year-old man is shot to death at a cousin's birthday party on Detroit's east side. The brothers of Sean Hayden tell us their loved one was killed by a distant relative they didn't even know before the party. They say Hayden was dancing with a woman and the suspect didn't like it. Later on, while Hayden was just sitting in a chair unarmed, he was shot to death. The SWAT team was called to a home on the west side where police believed the suspect was hiding. They later found out he checked himself into a hospital. Charges are pending. And take a look at the security video that captured an unbelievable crash in Ann Arbor.
Seeing it is just absolutely terrifying, and actually hearing it too is even worse. It's next level. Take a listen. This happened around 4 a.m. Saturday morning on Plymouth Road. A brand new Porsche hit a curb before flipping wildly through a gas station, coming to a rest at a plaza next door. 3 people were in the car, ages 19 and 20. One of the passengers was pinned in the wreckage and was left in critical condition. Police believe alcohol is to blame for the crash.
It's very unfortunate that these are 19-year-old kids driving a supercar. They're drunk. You know, the questions arise in the community: where do they get drunk at? You know, where is this happening?
Ann Arbor police are still working on this case. So far, no charges.
It is officially spring, but I don't know about you, but I woke up to some snow today.
Yeah, we did too, and it appears there's actually more of that snow on the way. We go to meteorologist Stephanie Mead, who's been really busy watching this manic weather take place.
For sure. Yeah, and that's actually a really good way, something to call it, because it is very, it's unpredictable for us here. At least right now, we're seeing temperatures start to cool into the 20s. Today, we topped out in the upper 30s, the average in the upper 40s. So it's been kind of all over the place for us, and we're ending the work week off actually on a very wintry note. Low temps in the mid-20s. We should see the average low in the low 30s, so we're running a bit below where we should be in both directions. 23 degrees in Saginaw right now. Out near parts of Ludington, 24-14 up near Marquette. So everyone's waking up cold, or I should say going to sleep cold. We'll wake up cold too. And we do have a few of those lighter snow showers up near northern parts of the state. Our next system, you noticed out near the Plain States, that will impact us through the end of the week. Tomorrow, though, we'll be in between systems, relatively dry. Mix of sun and clouds through the day tomorrow. Temperatures waking up. It's going to be a cold one for sure. Lows will bottom out low 20s. Feel like temperatures for some locations where there might be a few spots possibly in the single digits, while most of us will be in the lower teens to start off Thursday morning. Highs tomorrow topping out in the upper 30s. It's a little less windy tomorrow. A more manageable day with a partly sunny sky. By Thursday, we'll be in the low 40s. Snow showers will be around. We could see some snowfall accumulation with this, and then by Sunday should be out of here with temps in the low 40s. So here's that snow shower chance. It arrives by mid-morning on Friday. There might be a few snow showers out ahead of this system, so it could possibly impact the morning commute for some, not all. It's going to stick with us through the afternoon, through the evening too. Should be out of here just before midnight, and we could see some snowfall totals, heftier ones in central parts of the state. So up near Mount Pleasant, extending down into Lansing, you'll be between that 4 to 8 inch mark. For us here across Detroit, I think around 1 to 3 inches. Our models keep outputting anywhere between a ½ inch to 1.5 inches. So I think that's where a lot of us will at least see that chance for around that inch and a half mark here in Detroit and point southwards. Areas north, up near northern Oakland County, parts of Macomb County too. I think around 2 to 3 inches. The further north you go, I think you'll be closer to that 3 inch mark. Otherwise, temperatures over the next several days do slowly trend a little bit better. We'll be in the mid-40s by Sunday, and then we're in the 50s by early next week with our next chance of rain on Tuesday. Rup and Amy.
All right. Thank you, Stephanie. The clock is ticking tonight for efforts to save a historic school in Keego Harbor.
Now a judge should decide whether to grant a restraining order to stop the wrecking ball. Fox 2's Dave Kinchin has the latest on this years-long fight.
This is really the heart of our community.
Any day now, Keego Harbor neighbors will find out whether they will get a restraining order to halt the slated demolition of the historic former Roosevelt Elementary School building, a city landmark. Kirsten Douglas has been leading the charge to save it for 4 years now.
This building has been here for over 100 years, and so anytime someone walks by, you'll hear people post a pic or talk about their grandparents went here, their pictures are on the inside on the wall, and so it's a beacon in our community.
This is the restraining order filed to stop the demolition, set to take place in June after the West Bloomfield School Board gave the green light in a 4-2 vote earlier this week. The district telling Fox 2 in an email the demolition is essentially part of a broader restructuring effort for its schools. But residents trying to save it say offer after offer to buy the building and redevelop it have been denied or outright ignored, including a $1.7 million offer just this week.
The proposal is multi-use, where there'd be apartments on I believe the second and the third story, but that there would still be area for the community to use it. They would love to redo the playground that was demolished. So we want to keep this building here. We don't want a 5-acre field in the center of our community.
Supporters of the building takedown say there have been serious structural problems, including a ceiling collapse a while back. It's something that some believe could have been avoided with the renovation that would have come from bond money that was approved back in 2017. But that renovation never took place. We had several questions for the district, but they haven't been answered yet. Meantime, residents waiting on that injunction aren't giving up or even stopping there.
We've heard the district. They were concerned about charter schools. That was debunked. They were like, no one's offered to purchase the building. They didn't list it, but we found developers that want to repurpose it. They see the beauty in this old building.
As supporters who want to keep this building around in some form or another say they're hoping they hear back on that injunction at some point tomorrow. In Keego Harbor, Dave Kinchin on The Edge.